Hi, and welcome to the show where addictions are left behind and success and recovery is possible. Coming to you from the Windy City is JP.
Hey, what's up? March 30, 2018, episode 5. Today is Good Friday for all the good Catholics out there, Christians. Today is Good Friday. What I wanted to talk to you guys about today was core values. When I started my recovery program, I kind of had an idea of what values were. It seemed like there was only values that benefit me. That was my family, money, my health, and myself. And I think I put myself really on top of maybe money. I even up there with my family, to be honest with you. There was a lot of selfish things I used to do that now I look back and they made absolutely no sense. Core values is basically your fundamental beliefs as a person, organization. As a person, I can speak to you now is that I've set core values to almost everything that I do. When it comes down to jobs, when it comes down to relationships, when it comes down to kind of opportunities, I sit there and analyze my values that I need to place in this. And once I have those established, I try to stick with them, because I realize once I don't have those down, I am doing everything freely, and that's what gets myself in trouble. For example, I will go into my personal core values. My big one is on top of everything. You know, I'm a big believer in God. God is my first thing. For those of you who don't believe in God, or they have some kind of other religious beliefs, you put who you want on top, but always make sure that that's your first and number one goal. My second big core value is my family. Of course, without them, I would probably not even be doing this. This was a big motivational thing for me, for my kids, for my wife, for her to be able to see the different changes in me, what I'm doing now. I absolutely, in about, 9 months ago, I would not be able to sit here and talk to you guys about core values or anything about life. I was a very selfish person, like I said before. Oh yeah, and also, by the way, I'm actually sitting on Ogden outside of Starbucks recording this, so if the sound is not as great as before, just bear with me. I'm recording this from my phone. I'm trying this something new. That's the great thing about podcasting, is that you can kind of do it anywhere. Just got to make sure you have enough time. So going back to my core values, yes, it was family, my number one thing, why I'm basically doing a lot of this podcasting. Number two was regarding businesses. Starting, I have some, working through those, but those businesses have their own core values that I'm trying to apply to. Another one was podcasting. This was a big thing for me, again, as once you start podcasting on your own, you are exposing yourself out to the public. Anybody is out there in the world can actually listen to these things now. They probably listened to my first podcast, which I think it sounded horrible. I was scared, very nervous. I didn't know what I knew what I was saying. I just don't know if that value was there. As I listen to these every day, I criticize myself and I know what I'm doing better. So yeah, podcasting was a big thing to me. It was just basically being held accountable for what I'm doing, staying sober, number one. And number two was just to know that there is a way out. There is changes. You can change in life. You can become a better person. The only person holding you back is basically yourself. Next big thing for me was health. Being healthy, it's basically probably one of our top goals as a human being. I noticed is that when I was, I guess, under this alcoholic mindset, I worked out. I was at the gym. I would quit the gym for a week. I would go back. I would quit. I would go back. I would hit it for 3-4 months, and then I would go back. it was very inconsistent. Once I started getting sober and I started doing a lot better, I started getting better. I started feeling better inside spiritually, my soul, my brain started functioning better. I felt there was a day that I told myself I can go ahead and run 2-3 miles. And I did. And that kept going every single day, one day at a time. I kept pushing myself a little further and further and further. I work out about maybe 5 or 6 times a week now. A lot of my health, I was lucky, thank God, I've never been really one of those persons that are really complicated or been sick or anything like that. But my blood pressure was getting a little bit high. I was under medication. They had given me these pills in order for me to, when I start feeling a little symptom of a headache or whatever's going on, then you need to kind of take these pills and whatever, go on from there. As soon as I started feeling better, working out, I want to say about 2 months in, I can basically get off the pills now. I don't have to take my high blood pressure pills. I've been off of those, but again, it was just a small little change of being active, staying active. But again, going back, I felt like when I was in this alcoholic mentality, I was not able to proceed with being just committed to working out. My kids' school was something that I have been very thankful that I have one of my daughters. My daughter, she's in a very good school. She's in a public school in the city of Chicago. We got lucky. She tested in. She goes to a really nice school called Skinner North. That area has changed. I think it's right nearby where this ghetto, what they call ghetto in Chicago used to be. It was Cabrini Green, a lot of projects. That area has changed a lot. If you guys know Chicago, you guys are starting to see changes. It's insane of the progress that what's going on in Chicago. Things are changing, but I got very blessed and lucky that she tested into the school. She's doing great. But that was one of my main goals. I got my son in preschool. We're working with him. He's going to a private school. We're getting him ready to test for the Chicago Public Schools. What they do is they do a pre-test. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, you test in. If you qualify, if you're in the top percentage, then they accept you or not. It's a lot of pressure for the parents, and that's something that we're going to be facing in the next year to see where he's going to get accepted. Then we're going to have the problem of having 2 kids going to a different school and so on. But like I said, I usually try to live day by day, plan goals, but, you still live your day by day thing. So yeah, kids' school was another one, family, health. Finances, to be honest with you, if you're listening to this, even the wealthiest people that I know, there's always problems. You can have millions of dollars, you can be a billionaire, millionaire, trillionaire, a successful person, and you're always going to have problems. That's never going to go away. Finances for me was, like I said, back in September when I lost my job, it was probably a very emotional moment for my family, very unstable. I've been doing a lot better since. I've been, again, launching this has been a very good way for me to expose myself. But finances, have a plan, have something set in stone. Follow it as best as you can. Luckily I started a couple programs on that. I'm getting more advice from people. People are reaching out to me, telling me that what they can do to help out. It's funny how people are just, once you get yourself out here and you expose yourself to things and you have that momentum going and you're doing what you need to do, and people follow you, man. It's that saying goes, you build it, they will come. Again, that's the beauty about life. The only one holding yourself back is yourself. I wrote another couple, goals. Core values. I'm sorry. Here we go. Core values. Some people like authority, beauty, creativity, fame, honesty, love, peace, and success. I guess before I shut this down, just to let you guys know is, set those values in place. Once you have those values in place, try to make it a habit to put these core values into every single thing that you do. I know it's very difficult because you're going to end up just like me. I got about 7 or 8 notebooks that I have stuff written about money. I have stuff written about how much money I need to save. I have stuff about the podcast. I have stuff about checking myself. I have a junk food core value. If every time I take a bite out of a chocolate, I put the date down. How sometimes I'll take a snack here, I'll take a snack there. Again, I keep track of things. And again, I have 7, 8 notebooks. So that's it. All I can tell you guys is thank you so much for listening. This will be my Friday podcast. I'm probably going to be off Saturday and Sunday, coming back Monday with probably another, actually not probably, I get pretty motivated. Like I said, I'm Catholic. This is a big weekend for us. There's going to be a lot of emotions. There's going to be a lot of power of motivational things going on. So Monday's podcast should be awesome too. Again, a quick shout out again to the family. They've been great. They've been by my side, and that's one of the biggest core values that I have. So I guess your homework for this weekend, find your core values. Look for them. If you need help, let me know. We can establish a program where you set up these core values. We'll help you organize them. We'll do what we can to find them. So with that said, you guys have an awesome Friday. For those guys out there, girls, that want to party, just take it easy. Just be conscious that life was not that great for me when I was drinking. It was and it wasn't till I hit my bottom. But man, if you guys can manage your alcohol and if you guys can do what you guys need to be doing to stay good, then you guys are all good on my books. I couldn't do that, so that kind of puts me out. But hey, you know what? I'm here to motivate you guys. I'm here to guide you guys through life. If you guys need anything, any help, any advice, if you know anybody that needs help, some recovery or anything like that, give me a shout. If you subscribe, man, put a rating on there. Subscribe. This is how I make a living. So thank you so much. And you guys have a very good Friday. And I will talk to you guys Monday. Peace.